Are you awake, Trey? You sure? You good? I like the hair. You two match now again. He goes, no. I can't with you two. Okay. So we're not going to do a whole lot today. We're going to talk about PDFs. I think the other class we were out in about 40 minutes or so. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at how to deal with PDFs, how to manipulate PDFs, and how to do various things. Does anyone know what PDF stands for? No? Oh, that's a good print downloaded. No. No. Portable document format. Okay. So, yeah, right. At the beginning, when PDFs first came out, we are looking at a time when operating systems didn't play nice with each other. Okay. So, if you were to start something on a Windows machine, you could not very easily open it on, say, an Apple machine and do anything to it. It just wouldn't play nice. Okay. PDFs were created in order to be operating system independent. Okay. So you could open it on a Mac and you could open it under Windows or on a Unix machine, and they would look exactly the same regardless of where you opened it and regardless of what you do with it. Okay. The other thing a PDF was created to do is to be a read-only type of file. Okay. So it's not easily manipulated. You can't change it. You know, if you share a Word document with somebody, they can just very easily change something on it and then send it back to you. Okay. PDFs were created so that you can do those changes very easily and very quickly. Okay. So in here, it is there's a standard that all PDFs can be read with. And again, it can be read on anything. Phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, anything will read a PDF. We all have the ability to create PDFs by doing a print. And I think we saw that a lot when we were trying to do our strengths assessment. You actually, in the pull down where it says what printer, you can say print to a PDF. And Apple is actually a little bit easier. At the bottom, it says save to a PDF. But we all can create them. Okay. The other thing that we can all do is we can all open them and read them. Okay. Every internet browser knows how to open a PDF. So if I come and get a PDF, I can say, oops, open with Google Chrome. Okay. So a lot of the times your internet browser will be the default for opening a PDF. Now, that being said, there's not a lot you can do with it though. Okay. I can download it. I can rotate it. I can print it. I can zoom in and I can zoom out. That's all I can do. I can click on here and nothing's going to happen. Okay. It's read only when it comes through the internet browser. Okay. But you can open it. Not a big deal. So what if we do want to open it and actually do something to it? Okay. I put in the announcements the link to Adobe Reader. So this is what I'm going to go through today is Adobe Reader. It's free. You don't need the pro version. Don't pay for the pro version. You don't really need it. Okay. With what we need to do in university, you can get through with just the Adobe Reader. There are so many other ones out there that are paid versions that can do a lot more, but this is pretty sufficient for what we need. Okay. So here I've got my Adobe Reader open, and I'm going to open up a form or a PDF, sorry. All these PDFs are going to be available through your course overview link. Okay, I did put them up there. There's some zip files. All these files are in there, so you can play with your PDFs. You are going to be expected to know how to manipulate, how to sign, how to put text on it, and how to save PDFs, okay, in your classes. Now, when I open it, you can see it'll open in various tabs across the top. I can do things like favorite, print, email, and search. Those are our normal activities that we can do on PDFs, okay? If you move over here on the taskbar, you can move it, you can zoom in, zoom out, You can make it however size you want. I can say fit to my width, 1 full page. Okay. I can do things such as I can create a comment or a sticky note. I can highlight and I can sign. Okay. So let's start with the fill and sign. If you don't see this bar on the side, there is an arrow that'll let you show it. And you can click on fill and sign. Okay. Fill and sign and comment are probably going to be the ones that you use most of the time. So fill and sign up here at the top, you can see it added a new toolbar of the different actions you can do with the fill and sign. So one thing we can do here with the color on the little bubble, you can choose whatever color you want. So if you're reading through a journal article you've downloaded off from the library, you might want to put your notes in red or blue so that they stand out. Remember, we talked yesterday about things standing out with what you can see. But here we can type text. I can create different shapes, and I can do things to this PDF. So if I click on the text up here, what happens now is in all of these fields, you'll see a box that pops up. Let me zoom in. Okay, so there's a box there, and in each one of these fields, a box pops up. Okay, so I can click in this box now. Oops, I can't type my name. And I can type my name. I can type my address. I can type my state. Okay. So now I can actually fill in a form that is a PDF. Okay. Just by using that fill and sign. I can also do things. So here it's a checkbox. It automatically goes to a check mark. I can check boxes. Okay. I can actually put an X in the box if I want. Okay. Put an X. I can put an X wherever I want it. Okay. And again, I can change the color. I can make it smaller. I can make it bigger. I can put it in the trash can if I want. Okay. So I can do different things with this. Another thing I can do, I can create a shape. Okay. I can make it big and say, hey, I want to come and read this portion of it later. Okay. Remember I said yesterday about doing the shorthand and annotation and things like that. This is where this comes in handy. If you don't understand something, put a red box around it, come back to it later. Okay. What you're doing is you're being able to now manipulate some of those things on the PDFs with your own personal notes. Okay. Here I can draw a line. I can make it bigger. I can also put dots. So say for this form, mark any pre-existing scratches. Say that's where I have damage on my vehicle. Okay, I can just put a dot. Okay. Now the biggest thing on this one is there is a sign. Okay, if you click on sign, there are 3 different ways you can sign a PDF. You can type your name, and when you type your name, it actually kind of comes out looking like a signature. You can actually change the style. So I can change how I want it to look. You know, do I want it more printed, or do I want it to look more like a signature? Okay, that's way number 1. Way number 2, I can actually draw my signature. Now, I've never been really good at these. These are like when you have to put your name in like the grocery store, you know, and sign for things. So I try to sign with a mouse and it just doesn't it works out okay. I mean, it's like legible, right? Ish. Okay. It's as good as it's going to get with a mouse. So you can actually do your own signature. The third way you can do it is you can upload an image. Okay. If you upload an image, what you can do is just sign a blank piece of paper, scan it in using our scanner, and it will actually put your physical signature. 2 different signature types, just that you're aware. If you ever hear someone say that they require a wet signature, typically that means a piece of paper with a pen that has been put to that. Okay. Electronic signatures would be something like this. Okay. So let's go back and let's do the type. I'm going to hit apply. And it's going to go ahead and insert my signature, okay, attached to the mouse. So what I can do is place it wherever I need it. So in this, I need it put here, okay? Again, I can make it smaller. I can make it larger, okay? I can make it as big or as small as I want to. I can also change the color, okay? It's just an object that's being laid on top of the PDF, okay? Now, once you've placed the signature and you save it, you can no longer edit the file, okay? Because it's keeping the integrity of that signature. If you go back to sign, the bottom one actually says to add initials. You can click on the plus and you can type your initials. I hate my initials. Anyone else hate their initials? It looks like the same letter. I don't like it. In cursive, a J and a G like look the same. I don't like it. Anyway, you can do the same things though. You can change the style. So I can change it to something that looks like that. Okay. I can't change it to any style I want. I'm just given some predetermined ones. Okay. But they all are kind of like handwriting-ish looking. Okay. Again, I can draw it. That was a little better, not really. Okay. So I can draw my initials and I can also upload my initials. So, you know, if you get a document that might say initial at the bottom of page 1, 2, and then sign page 3, you can do all of that with just Reader. Again, it'll save it. I can click apply. And what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and put it here just like it did before, where I can move it wherever I need to. Again, I can make it smaller. And I can move it and say, I initialed that I put that spot there. Okay. So if you ever have a professor that says, I want you to be able to sign this PDF, you know how to do it now. Yeah. Okay. The next thing up here is we have something that says comment. If you click on comment, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do up here. Okay. You can add a sticky note, which is what this guy is up here. Okay. So if I want to add a sticky note, I can then type there and post it. Okay. So now there's a message associated with that location on the PDF. Make sense? Okay. Other things you can do. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit so that I can see these. Okay. So this first one is a highlighter. This is going to be used a lot if you read on journals or in books, ebooks with PDFs. Okay. You can highlight things. So here I can highlight the word address. Click and let go. Okay. Again, I've got colors. I can make it all different colors. And I can also make it a darker or a lighter version of that color. Okay. The other thing I can do is when I click on that, go away. There we go. Comment, click. I can choose how thick I want my highlight to be. Okay. I can choose my line thickness. Okay, the next one on the top here is an underline tool. So if I highlight right here where it says full name and I let go, it's going to put an underline underneath it. Okay, again, it's good for note taking. I can also put a text or some kind of note that goes with the underline. Okay, the next one over is a strikeout or a cross through. I can highlight some text and cross through it. If you're reading an article or a book and that section does not apply to you, you can cross out the title so that you know that you don't have to read that. I can also add my sticky notes to replace text. Okay. I can also just type text. Okay. I can click anywhere in the PDF and just type text. This is good for those margin notes or any kind of annotations that you want to do. Again, I would suggest using a different color so that it stands out to you. You can see it very quickly. And you can put a text box. So say I want to write something here. I can create a whole text box. So it'll have an outline around it. Make sense? Yeah? Okay. Here is a free draw. I'll make it blue. I can literally just draw on it like a pencil. Okay. So if I want to make my own personal annotations, I can say question mark. Okay. I can say, what was my other one was my exclamation point with a circle around it. And I love how it kind of like smooths it out so it looks a little bit better than what I actually did. Okay. We also have the eraser. I can erase portions of something that I scribbled. Okay. So you can treat it just as if it were a Word document or a piece of paper sitting right in front of you. Okay. Over here, we've got some things you can add different shapes. Oops. I can add an arrow. Okay. I can say I want to make an arrow. I can add also files or audio. Okay. If you want to make an audio note, you can do that as well. This is all through Adobe Reader, the free version. Okay. One of the biggest things the free version will not allow you to do is like move pages around, drag and drop pages. So say page 10, you want to move it up to page 2. It's not going to let you do that. Mac will let you do that though. DocuSign will only give you the ability to put a signature on it. Or initials, I believe. I think you could do like date and time, initials, and a signature. You are not going to be able to do all of this stuff with the boxes and the text and the highlighting. It won't do that. That's a good question. Last but not least, up here at the top, we have something called a stamp. And so there's different stamps that you can put on it. You can put approved. You can put rejected. You can put confidential. You can put times and dates and who did the stamp. Okay. You can also do a sign here. If you need someone's signature, you can click sign here and put it where you want the signature. Okay. You can also do approved, void, information only. You have all different kinds of stamps and you can actually create your own. Okay. Some of the big ones that are used, the sign here, the check marks, and the X's. They're a little bit bigger than what we had before in the form part. Okay, but not too much bigger. Okay. There's also a lot of other things that you can do when you click on the show more tools. You can share just like and collaborate just like you can through Word or like Google Docs or one of those other ones. You can also measure. I'm not sure why you'd want to measure, but you can totally measure. So I can say from here to here is 2.48 inches. So if you need to put a dimension on something, you can do that as well. Okay, there's all different types. Over here, there it says more tools. That's where you're going to find all your things that it can do with the free version. Okay, now again, if you accidentally download the Pro, I think there's like a 14-day free trial and then they start charging you per month. Okay, it can do other things. Other things will appear in your tools, but this is what you'll get for just the Adobe Reader. And it should be sufficient for what you need it for. Okay. The last thing we can do is we can create certificates, which is giving you a secure digital signature. Okay. But it's very similar to just a regular digital signature. Okay. The secure digital signature will, again, lock the file so that it is uneditable and that you're not able to change it once that signature is put on it. Okay, so it'll create a signature. Now, if I go up here to File and Save As, I can say Test. If I exit out of that, come here. Does everyone know if you want to right click and you want to explain to it how to open? Okay. It will give you the default at the top, but you can go down here to open with. I don't know if you guys know that. Okay, there's something called open with. If I say open with Adobe Acrobat Reader, all those things I just did are all here. Okay. I can still change some of them. I can hit delete. Okay. The ones I cannot change, I can't really do anything to my initials. Okay. And I can't do anything to my signature. Okay. But there are certain things that I can change. Anything that was added after the signature, I can get rid of, like you see here. Anything added before the signature, like the square and the dots, I can't change. Okay. So it locks it once you add a signature to it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Have you guys had to use PDFs a lot yet? Yeah. Was this helpful a little bit? Okay. Have you had to do anything else in a PDF? No, that pretty much kind of covered what y'all have had to do so far. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Questions? Questions, questions? I told you it was gonna be short today. Okay. Don't forget, you guys, after today, we only have 3 weeks left of class. That's all we have. Okay. 3 weeks. That's all we have. Don't forget about those life plans. We are going to have 2 Thursdays, probably the next 2 Thursdays, where we're going to work on them in here. I'll be available for help. Okay. Whether it be how to write, how to do whatever you need to do. Okay. I'll put it in the announcement. Okay. Make sense? For those that would like, Ms. Newsom is going to be coming to the 8:30 session in the morning. So if you would like Ms. Newsom's help as an English teacher on it, you can come to 8:30. Okay. Those 2 Thursdays will be working sessions. We probably won't have like a quote unquote participation grade, but it's going to be your opportunity to have 2 full class periods to work on that final paper. Okay. Yeah. Sound good? Questions, comments, concerns? I see there's a question in chat. Okay, hold on, Jose. Joe Sweet? Yeah, Joe Sweet. Yes, sir. What paper? Said. There is a final paper, your life plan. Y'all. Yeah, just read it. It's fine. Somebody help him. He needs more help than I can offer right now. Look, Trico's not me. Yes, sir. In the back. Yes, 3 to 5. Double spaced. Okay. Y'all don't make a science project out of it, please. Okay. The whole point of this life plan is for you to have it later on to review back to it when you're having those rough days and saying, goodness gracious, why am I going through this? Okay. It's to see that end of the tunnel. Remember, this is temporary, right? We've talked about that a lot. College is temporary. Okay. Can I use smallpdf.com? Yeah, if that works for you, you can use whatever works for you. There are a ton of PDF viewers and editors out there on the market. I just wanted to show you a free one that is going to be able to do exactly what you need to do while you're here. Okay. Feel free to explore any other ones though. Feel free.